Hi, welcome to Resourceful Living Homestead. My name is Kathy. If you're new here, thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Today I'm going to talk about some things that are passionate to me. One of those things is gardening. And part of the reason why I have amped up my gardening is due to the cost of groceries. Now, we here on the homestead, we grow what we eat. And I'm actually hosting a collaboration with two other ladies called Grow What You Eat 26, because we want to encourage others to grow what you eat. It doesn't matter where you live, your housing is. I mean, everybody could find a little bit of space to grow something. If it's in a 5-gallon bucket or two, on a porch, on your deck, in your front yard, your backyard, in a raised bed. We are fortunate enough that over the last few years, we've added quite a few raised beds to our garden. We keep growing our garden. We keep adding more and more things to what we grow because it's what we eat, because we spend less time and less money going to the grocery store by growing what we eat. Now, there's a lot of staple foods that I recommend growing. Potatoes. Potatoes can be made in all kinds of different ways. You can harvest potatoes. You can store them for later on. Potatoes are one of the easiest things to grow. You literally plant them down in some dirt and leave them. They will sprout up. When the foliage dies off, that's when you harvest the potatoes. And when you harvest potatoes, you don't just get 1 or 2 potatoes. You get quite a few. And you can store those for long term, even through the winter months. Carrots. If you don't eat a lot of carrots, you don't have to grow a lot of carrots. But they will grow in abundance, and you can also store those through the winter months. You can store those in a dark, dry spot, or you can freeze them. Another thing that we grow in abundance is tomatoes. Tomatoes and bell peppers, because we use tomatoes and bell peppers in a lot of soups and stews over the winter months. We process tomatoes for canning, for spaghetti sauce, for salsas, and those are things that you can have year-round by processing those. So just a couple tomato plants would give you an abundance of tomatoes. You don't have to process those tomatoes right away. I don't. I core them out and put them in the freezer. And then at the end of the season, that's when I process all my tomatoes. I chop my bell peppers up and I put those in the freezer. Sometimes I dehydrate my bell peppers. Onions. I've got a lot of onions growing right now. I will take you around and show you some of the things I have growing. And you might say, Kathy, I don't have that kind of space for growing a garden. You can grow 1 raised bed. You can grow a couple 5-gallon buckets. 2 years ago, we grew everything in 5-gallon buckets. This year and last year, we have raised beds. Every year, I've added a few raised beds. Behind me, I added 4 raised beds. I added all these tubs over here to the side this year. So every year, I change things up a little bit, and so can you. Grocery prices are insane, and they're not going down. So it's important to grow your produce. Grow what you eat. I'm not here to promote Grow What You Eat collaboration that I'm hosting. I'm not here to promote that. I want to get an awareness out there to anyone and everyone who wants to listen. You can do this. I started doing it. The grocery prices continue to rise. I think we spent $300 on groceries last year in 2025. Now, we do go down to our local dollar store and we pick up onesie-twosie things as we need it. But as far as going to a big store and grocery shopping, we just spent a couple $100 at the grocery store last year in 2025. So we grow a lot of food here on our homestead. Now, 1 acre could grow a lot. Now, we're not growing on 1 acre. We are growing, our garden is 20 foot wide by 65 feet long. And we've got like 20 raised beds. So I'm gonna take you around and just show you some of the things that we are actually growing here. So onions. Onions are so easy to grow. You plant those onions in the ground and you leave them. Now, how you know when to harvest an onion is when all of this folds over sideways. These are all standing straight. They're not ready to harvest. Tomatoes. I'm growing about 36 tomato plants. More onions, more tomatoes, more onions, more onions, more tomatoes. Lettuce. Lettuce is not a staple to grow, but we feed this romaine lettuce to our rabbits. So that helps offset our rabbit feed. We feed them the lettuce. They give us rabbit manure. We turn around and use the rabbit manure back in our garden to produce more food for us. I love cabbage. That's not really a staple unless you love cabbage like we do. We've got more tomatoes here. I'm gonna say our staples that we grow the most of is potatoes, bell peppers, tomatoes, and onions. Got more onions right here. I've got this bed of tomatoes, this bed of tomatoes, another bed of tomatoes. These are tomatoes, and these are tomatoes. Now, out here in the front are our potatoes in these grow bags. Some of these, and the thing about potatoes is you plant them and you leave them. You don't have to tend to them all the time. And you can plant potatoes in the fall. They will overwinter and come back on their own in the spring. Over here, all of this is potatoes. Every one of these. These grow bags are new potatoes I just planted like, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. And check it out. They're already sprouted up. You get a bag of potatoes and they start to grow eyes before you use them. Cut off all the excess, keep the eyes, plant it down in some soil, put it in a 5-gallon bucket. Put about 3 of them down in a 5-gallon bucket. Let's see how many potatoes you can grow. I'm going to encourage every one of you watching this video to grow something this year. Grow one thing, grow 2 things, grow 3 things, and then next year, add to that. This year, you may grow potatoes in a 5-gallon bucket. You may just do one bucket. Next year, you may add a second bucket of potatoes and a couple tomato plants. And I'm going to tell you, just growing what you're going to eat saves you money at the grocery store. So, again, potatoes are the easiest to grow. Plant them and leave them. At the end of the summer, they will die off. They will tell you when it's time to harvest. Onions, plant them and let them grow. We use onions in a lot of different soups and stews for the winter. We use it in our salsas. We use it in our spaghetti sauce that we make. And we chop it up, we put it in the freezer, and we have it for all winter long. Bell peppers. Those and the tomatoes are not the easiest to grow, but they will grow. You plant them and they will grow. I always plant 2 seeds in every hole that I plant. So rule of thumb, I always do 2. Bell peppers, you can chop those up, put them in the freezer, pull them out as you need them. You need a cup for something you're making? Go scoop you out a cup out of the Ziploc bag in the freezer. Tomatoes, I freeze all of my tomatoes until the end of the garden season, and then I go process and make my spaghetti sauce, pasta sauce, marinara sauce, salsas. And then when your tomatoes stop turning red, harvest those green ones, because you know what? You can make a green salsa as well. And I make green salsa and tomato relish. No, not everybody likes green salsa or tomato relish. That's fine. You grow something and you have an abundance, donate it. Give it to a neighbor, give it to a friend, give it to a relative. Share the love. If it's something that you can save for next year, bell pepper seeds. You grow some bell peppers, save a few of those seeds, let them dry on a piece of wax paper or a paper towel, put them in a Ziploc bag. When they're dry, plant those next year. Anyway, we are growing a lot more than just that, but those are some staples. Tomatoes, bell peppers, onions, and potatoes. And I mentioned carrots because you can grow them in abundance. I will show you what I have growing for carrots right now. That is 1 bed of carrots. And I know it's overkill, but that's okay. I'm going to harvest. This has got 3 rows of carrots growing in it. And I'm going to put those in the freezer. And when we need them for roast potatoes and carrots or vegetable stew or whatever like that, then I can pull them out as I need them. Pull out just what I need. So anyway, I just wanted to give a little talk with you guys on some of the ways that you can save money on your grocery bill every month. And it starts right now. We are in the beginning stages of gardening season. Go get you a packet of seeds for $2. Get you some soil, get you a couple 5-gallon buckets if that's all the space you have, and let's plant something. Let's grow together. Follow my channel, and for all the updates that we give on gardening, any tips, if you have any comments, leave me a comment and I will get back with you.